you know that I love the Green Light Project, and I love the fact that it is a data-driven approach, and that you are getting people in, you're giving them agency, and you're getting them involved in solving problems, and in I guess, completely shifting their belief system around the fact that they can make an impact not only in their own lives, but in those of the community and those of the company. Okay. So can I ask you to just, for people that haven't heard about it before, just unpack it a little bit as to what the project is and how it works, and how how you're linking those data pieces to the benefits, because I think that's such a key part of how you're linking the infrastructure to the data that you're collecting and sort of what you're doing with it, because it's quite a revolutionary approach, and it's something that I think a lot of companies should be looking into.
It's quite revolutionary, Sally. So we're working with a provider that is using the matrix from Greenlight, and the indicators, all the social indicators. So we kind of embark on a 20-week program, and it's completely voluntary. So associates or employees will lift their hand and say, I want to be part of this movement. So what then we do is we select one. For us, people can do it differently. I'm sure my service provider can speak, and I can share through you their details. We'll speak eloquently on the program. But what we have decided in my organization to do is to take one of the employees to be the facilitator, upskill them to be the facilitator. So for the first time, they get together during lunchtime or before they start their shift, talking around these areas. So we would have done a baseline assessment of where people are, how they feel on these areas, and how they relate. I mean, it's like how we handle our finances, our health issues, drug abuse, just sheer well-being, sheer indicators that contribute to the entire well-being of our associates. Because what we see at a well-being level is almost an outcome of everything else that is not working underneath. So this program helps us get to the level just beneath the surface to understand what is happening, not for us, but for the employees to, for the first time, talk about it, give it name, give it environment, give it a space to breathe. And as it does that, people start solving their own problems amongst themselves. So what then gets to happen from there, for instance, there's a huge focus on, do you budget, do you have savings? How much are you able to save, and all those things. So to your point, all organizations, all good organizations will have EAP programs, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So from our EAP program, and when we have implemented an EAP program, we feel we have addressed employee well-being.
Yeah, it's not
because
enough.
in there, exactly, because in there is counseling services, there's budget services, legal services. So they must just call the number and stuff would work. But what I've found, I think can bear me out, even the EAP providers themselves will show very low take up stats on these things, because unless there's a traumatic event, people can relate. But when they are living day to day, the connection is not there. So these conversations through this, we call our program Build My Life.
Yes.
Because that's how personal it is. That's how big it is. It is around building my own life through understanding the fundamentals and working on them. So as we work through those things, as we have the conversations, we are able to pinpoint that actually the problem, yes, the salary and how big or small it is will always be affected. But truth is, you can have millions. If you don't budget and use that amount wisely, you're gonna end up in the deficit, right? So then all of a sudden that facilitator of this session is no financial guru, right? But now they are able to say, let me link you to somebody from our EAP that can help you formulate a budget. Then all of a sudden there is a connection that is made between my plight and what the organization offers. And inadvertently the usage goes up. So for me, that as a subsequence, the usage goes up. So for me, those are the things that really move me in terms of really being there for our people at the time that matters, at the moment, there are moments of truth, because chances are you don't know what you don't know.
Of course.
All I know is that my money doesn't stretch, and I do not think that it is about something that must happen before the money lands on my hand. And this program helps us do that connection. And it is around really bringing the locus of control back to internal, where people are really feel empowered to craft their destinies. And the feedback we're getting, to my point, of experiences that impact the results. The business indicators are just going green all the time. The line managers are so happy because the people that were on the verge of being disciplined and fired have just turned overnight because a penny has dropped through the conversation, through understanding what they are carrying to the workplace. Some of our associates have left abusive relationships where they were, it's that transformational. And for me, that's the kind, to your point, that this program is not really about our employees. It's about what they take out. It's not about their experience, but it's what they take out to the communities, because we are really islands, right? We live and belong in communities, and we are so interconnected in many different ways.